Well, it isn't every day an animal that typically calls Japan home can be raised in Canada, but one Saskatchewan farmer has found a way to make it work.
Through crossbreeding, a Davenport producer has been able to raise his own type of Japanese cattle on his prairie farm.
Cole Davenport with more on Saskatchewan beef with international flavor.
Ian Crosby is your typical Saskatchewan farmer running his dairy and cattle operation west of Davenport. But there's one thing that makes some of the cows a bit different. Some are half Japanese.
Genetics are full-blood Wagyu breed, which comes from Japan, where the world-renowned Kobe beef comes from.
Wagyu beef is considered by chefs around the world to be some of the tastiest, most tender beef money can buy.
They're known for their inherent ability to deposit lots of marbling or fat in between the muscling of the beef, and so with the proper diet, really good genetics, and a little bit of extra time, you wind up getting this fantastic beef out of it.
That's what inspired Crosby to crossbreed Wagyu with his Holstein dairy cows through artificial insemination. The cows are raised with Crosby's other cattle until they're about a year and a half old. Then they're put on a tightly controlled finishing diet of a variety of grains overseen by Crosby and his nutritionist from Texas.
Over in Japan, they feed lots of their Wagyus when they're on their finishing ration rice straw, which we obviously don't have access to in Saskatchewan.
The result, a crossbred taste of Wagyu on the prairies that Crosby calls snow beef.
To put it simply, snow beef is the best beef you're going to get in Saskatchewan.
He says he calls it snow beef to clear up any confusion about where the beef comes from.
It's not full-blood, they're crossbreds, right? So I didn't want to just put the Wagyu name in there just for marketing's sake, and the name gets people asking questions, and then I try and educate them a little bit, and hopefully they give it a go.
One of the places giving it a go is Crave Kitchen and Wine Bar in downtown Regina. After meeting Crosby at Agribition a few months ago, executive chef Jonathan Thauberger says he started looking for ways to get snow beef on the menu and started offering the beef at the end of December.
Pretty much everything has worked. You know, the fat content in the meat is great. The marbling and the steaks are perfect. But then even things with the briskets and the rumps and that, they're super delicious. You know, very flavorful.
Snow beef is now on offer as a butcher's cut, a carpaccio, and is integrated into other menu items. Plus, there are plans to introduce more items in the near future.
A, it's supporting Saskatchewan farmer. B, it's locally produced, and you know, it tastes great. It's a very unique product.
It's definitely more expensive than the average cut of beef, but Thauberger says it's worthy of the premium price tag.
It's delicious. You know, it melts in your mouth. It's amazing.
Back at Crosby's farm, he's gotten pretty good at cooking up snow beef himself for his family, crediting online video tutorials and trial and error for his searing savvy.
Usually either my cooking gets, "That's the best steak I've ever had, Dad," or "That's the worst steak I've ever had, Dad." There's no in between.
What started as a farmyard experiment a few years ago has grown into 30 head of crossbred Wagyu on Crosby's farm. And he says as long as he can keep the flavor and brand of snow beef consistent, he wants to keep growing that part of his farm.
Probably over the next year, I'll wind up with about 20 to 24 Wagyu calves. So it'll go from one, I'll probably double it up, 1 to 2 ready to go per month, and hopefully just keep growing the business.
For now, snow beef is only available in Saskatchewan, but Crosby hopes part of growing the business will eventually be bringing his taste of Wagyu to other parts of the country. Cole Davenport, CTV News, near Davenport.